cannot take video of the facility.
Sir, we have a complaint. We're taking care of that complaint, and you're a part of that complaint.
Can you take your hands out of your pockets, please?
Nope.
You're about 5 minutes from catching a lawsuit.
Is that right?
Yes.
This is what I would say.
No, I don't need any
If you
instructions.
want to-
I am free to film.
Sir!
In America, of course, the natural response for any rational person when you see somebody on a public sidewalk recording is to call men with guns. I mean, why wouldn't you? Cameras in public are scary. And when you yourself don't want to be recorded, it only makes sense to walk up to the camera that you don't want to be recorded on and tell the cameraman that you don't want to be recorded and then ask them why they're sticking their camera in your face. This video comes from Eye of Odin News.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to stop videoing here, please. Stop videotaping the plant, please.
Fred Lasher.
Stop videotaping, please. Sir, do I have to call the police department? Bless your base. Call Toledo Police Department, tell them we have a nuisance out here on the driveway.
No, it's on a public sidewalk.
You cannot take video of the facility.
You're going to be a YouTube star.
That's great.
Have you ever heard of the First Amendment of the Constitution?
Yes, and what is your expression, sir?
I am expressing free speech. I'm gathering video for a possible publication. And right now you're impeding that.
You cannot video.
I can video anything. You're gonna get an education today, Fred.
Okay, sir. I'm asking you nicely twice to please stop videoing the facility.
And I'm gonna respectfully decline your request. Don't you got some work to do?
Sorry, sir?
Don't you have some other work to do?
Eye of Odin continues to stay on the sidewalk and continues recording as the fearless, fit, well-informed, and constitutionally sensitive Toledo Police Department shows up.
Did you educate them? No? We got Unit 181. I was wondering if you gave them a little education today. That public photography is not a crime. Did you let them know that?
Public photography is not a crime.
It's not a crime.
You are correct, but if you're on their property...
But I've never been on their property. I've been on a public sidewalk this whole time.
That's not what they're saying.
Well, I have it all on tape. Body cam and camcorder. So,
Body cam.
Did you see me on their property?
Did I see you on their property?
Yes.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
so what they're saying is hearsay, and I have my proof.
Sir?
What's that? May I ask how you pronounce your last name there?
My
Knobloch?
name is Officer Knobloch.
Canabla?
This is the deal.
2330, and what's yours? You don't have a name tag? Evans?
My name's tag's right there.
There it
sir.
is, and what's your badge number?
2053.
Wait a minute, did I just say fearless, fit, and informed? Scratch the fit part. Officer Granny Evans, 2053, shouldn't she be home in an ugly Christmas sweater knitting baby blankets or something? And what's with the SJW looking librarian? Are you going to tell me that the city of Toledo is safer with these two on the force? I mean, Grandma Evans couldn't outrun a sack lunch. How's she going to run down a carjacker or a murderer? And how's she going to bring cameramen to justice?
Okay, cool.
Now, what's your name?
Am
sir?
I being detained or am I
Yeah,
free to
what's
go?
your name, sir?
You're being detained.
What am I being detained for?
Please answer this officer's question.
I don't answer questions. So, am I being detained or am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go
Well,
yet.
what am I being detained for?
Because I haven't explained to you why.
Well, I
I'm here.
don't need any explanations.
Sir, I'm doing my job. and
I'm
you're
doing my job as well.
Sir,
And
we
what's
have a
your job?
complaint. We're taking care of that
Okay.
complaint, and you're a part of that complaint.
What crime
You
am I being
understand that?
suspected of committing?
You were asked to leave the property.
I've
and
never
there-
been on their
Sir,
property.
This is the deal, okay? I was called out here along with this officer because you were allegedly photographing their establishment.
I was.
And when you were asked to leave, you refused.
I've never been on their property, so they cannot ask me to leave a public sidewalk.
Until I have ascertained what exactly is going on here, you will remain here until I conclude my investigation.
Well, until then, what crime am I being suspected of committing?
Just because you claim to have never been on their property does not mean
What
that
crime
you
am I
weren't.
being suspected of committing?
Possibly trespassing.
Possibly.
Okay.
Okay, but is that for sure? Is that a for sure? Am I being unlawfully detained here? Because without a crime, I
Sir,
cannot.
again.
I am not
Again.
detained.
We
Again.
have a complaint.
Okay.
You're part of that complaint.
Okay.
So therefore, we are speaking with you about that complaint. Do you
Okay.
understand that?
I don't answer questions.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay. I'm glad you understand that. So, what crime am I being suspected of committing?
Again.
Again. Well, I haven't heard a crime. I've heard possibly.
Criminal trespass.
That's what.
It is a crime.
That's what I'm being.
That you're being investigated for.
Okay. Well, until you figure that out, am I being detained or am I free to go?
No.
You're
Well,
part of
I'd
that
suggest you guys go figure that out instead of fucking with me. I'm out here.
You are a part of that.
I'm out here doing my job.
What is your job?
I am out here gathering content for a story for possible publication.
Okay. And we are also doing our job.
Okay.
So, until we're
So why
done
don't
doing
you
that
why
job,
don't you give me an articulate, reasonable suspicion why I'm being detained?
And we've already done that.
No, you have not.
Yes, we have.
Just because it doesn't satisfy your...
I have been on a
reasoning,
public sidewalk the whole time. I suggest you go get the security camera then.
We're working on that.
Well, go get it. Why you messing with me? I haven't broken a law yet. So until then, I don't have to answer your questions.
We have not determined that.
Well, I'd go determine it. Until you
working on
determine it, then I'm unlawfully detained.
No.
And you guys got about 10 minutes to figure this out before I go ahead
Is that
and
correct?
walk away. Yes.
And then
You have
be-
not
and
you have
then
not
will be
established
charged-
a crime
and
that
then
I
you
have
will be charged
committed.
with obstructing.
You haven't? No.
Yes.
You have to. If I obstructed, you have to have a crime for me to
Criminal
obstruct.
trespass is the crime.
I haven't trespassed.
And we don't
Do you
want
have
it.
proof that I've
Part
trespassed?
of an
We're working-
investigation,
Well, then work
sir.
on it and then hit me back up because I'll be walking up and down the sidewalk.
You are going to stand here.
I don't need to
until
be
we have
cooperative.
determined that. Okay.
I'm minding my own business out here. I'm
Gotcha.
gathering the
I
content
can
that I
see,
need.
sir, that you like to poke sticks.
Well, no, I'd like to be left
You like to
alone.
poke sticks.
I like to be left alone.
Once we determine exactly what's going on here, you will be left alone if you have not committed a crime.
So you're gonna unlawfully detain me
It's
here.
not unlawfully being detained.
Can you please not walk up
Sir,
behind
it's a
me?
free sidewalk. I have
You're
a right
right,
to stand
you're
either
right.
way.
You're right. Just
that
don't walk up
correct?
behind me, please. And
I am walking
can you take
behind
your
you,
hands
sir.
out of your pockets, please?
Nope.
Please. I don't feel safe.
That's good.
I don't feel safe.
what exactly
Can
in
you
your
take your
pocket?
hands out of your pockets, please?
Sir,
No.
you can clearly see my weapon. You can clearly see my taser.
Yeah, I just don't like your hands
And
in your
my hand
pockets.
is not near
And I definitely don't like your hands in your pockets. So am I allowed to put my hands in my pockets?
We have not determined that you do not have a weapon.
Well, we don't need to determine anything. You don't even have probable cause to stop me.
Yes,
No, you do not.
we've already explained.
Can I get a supervisor? Can I get a supervisor, please?
111, this gentleman is requesting a supervisor to the scene.
We just kind of call, videotape the time of building.
Excuse me, Mark. When you,
Sir, let my
I'm allowed to talk if I need to talk.
not while she is talking to him.
When she's talking to him, I'm talking to Mark.
Sir, I've already asked that you remain quiet until this is.
I don't need to remain
Okay.
quiet.
You've already said
I'm
that
a
you
free
don't have to answer
citizen.
questions or you
You're
don't
right,
have to
I
talk.
don't.
So please exercise that right.
You want
No.
to call your video?
Thank you.
I'm allowed to speak as well.
Once she is finished, you can speak.
No. Because this detainment is unlawful. You and I both know
We are-
that.
No, I don't.
Yes, we do.
And how
There
do
has
I-
been no
how do I know
crime.
that?
Because there has been no crime committed.
How do I
And when
know
you
that?
showed up, I was on a public sidewalk.
Doesn't mean that you are always here.
Well, then I suggest you find out that I
That's
wasn't.
what we're working on.
Well,
right
then
now.
I'd work a little harder before you detain me. You're about 5 minutes from catching a lawsuit.
Is that right?
Yes. Unlawful
right ahead.
detainment.
Go right
You're
ahead.
violating my rights right now. You're impeding my free movement.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Because of an
I'm unlawfully
investigation.
detained.
Because of an investigation.
Well, then get investigated and come
Now,
back to me when you have proof.
this
When you
is-
have evidence that I've trespassed, then go ahead. But until then, I have evidence that I didn't. And you are unlawfully detaining me. You and I both know that. And when your supervisor gets here, he'll let you know as well. Until you have proof that I have stepped on that property, you have no right to detain me.
Okay, this is
I
how-
should be able to walk up and down the sidewalk, which I pay for, and film whatever I can see.
This is how we're going to proceed.
No,
with
this isn't how we're going to proceed. Then
Yes,
we're going to
sir.
stand here until your supervisor gets here.
That's quite fine with me. This is how we're going to proceed. If we have determined that you were never on their property.
No, this is what I'm going to determine. If you don't let me go in 5 minutes, I'm calling my
Who has a
lawyer.
hold of you, sir?
What's that?
We're now
I
waiting
don't
for the
physically have
supervisor
a
that
hold
you
of you.
requested.
No, you have me detained, and if I walk away, I will be arrested.
Sir, you just told me I was standing here with my hands in my pockets. Is that correct?
Yep, and I
And
got
you
my one.
You requested a supervisor, is that correct?
I
While I
did.
was talking to these gentlemen?
I did.
You're waiting
So
for the
therefore, at
supervisor.
this point, we're waiting on
Oh.
the supervisor. If you don't wish to wait on the supervisor, by all means, now you can go ahead and
I'm-
walk
Well, no,
out
actually, I've got one more thing I need to say.
Well, I don't care what you have to say. I don't need to listen to you.
Up
So
here.
I'm being detained so you can tell me something?
Apparently, we have determined that you were not on their property.
Exactly.
Okay, now, this is what I will say.
No, I don't need any
If you
instructions.
want to-
I am free to film. and I'm free
Sir!
to- no, don't yell at me.
If you want to
No,
remain on
we
the
don't need to
sidewalk,
talk anymore.
You will keep in motion back and
Oh,
forth.
is that the law?
Otherwise, you will be arrested for loitering.
Oh,
Do you
for
understand?
loitering.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm allowed to. I have been walking up and down the sidewalk.
Great.
And I can stop to take my
Are you done with
pictures.
him now?
And I can keep on moving. And you are not. And if you arrest me for loitering, then we really will have a big lawsuit.
Well, we will determine that at the
Okay,
time.
you guys are dismissed. Go ahead. See ya. Have a good day.
Do you not? You
No,
longer,
you're dismissed.
Sir, you can go ahead and poke your sticks
You're
down the
dismissed.
sidewalk, please.
Do you no longer
You
want
can
the
go ahead and
supervisor?
go.
No, I'll wait for him.
All right. Well,
Okay, then we're gonna wait
all
with
gonna
you.
No,
with you.
we'll wait right here. Okay. Because
Fine by me.
do we not know why? Do you know why we detain people?
And we've already told you.
No. Do you
3
know
times
why?
now
Do you
that
know why you have the
are
right?
allowed to go ahead and go.
Do you know when it's right to detain somebody? When you have a reasonable
Sir, you do not
Articulate.
wish to speak with me. You do not wish to speak
Suspicion
with me. You wish to speak
of a
with
crime.
A supervisor. So therefore, I'm going to stop
Okay.
this conversation.
No, well, you don't have to talk back, but I can talk all I want. I like to poke my stick. You guys came and approached me. I didn't approach you.
Because we received a call.
I don't care what
that
you
we were
received.
investigating, which
Well,
is
did you have
which is our
evidence that I
reasonable-
committed a crime?
Which is our reasonable
Did you have evidence that I committed a crime?
Jesus.
based on the call that we received.
Well, that wasn't evidence.
There's a seriously strong uniformed Laurel and Hardy vibe going on here. It's almost like police departments all across the country want to visually display to the public that they are a perpetual vaudeville act.
Then I suggested you should have went and talked to them and asked them first before you came over and detained me unlawfully. I know it hurts your feelings, but you're not the boss of me. I am the boss of you two.
You attempt to be the bigger person.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, you can call me boss. You two are dismissed. You don't have to
We've
sit
already
here.
covered that. We're going to remain here
Well-
until the sergeant gets here.
I've already covered it too. I can sit here and wait for the sergeant without you.
But that's not how it works, sir.
Oh, it's not?
You requested a sergeant,
Oh,
and we will
okay.
remain here
Well,
until that
then
sergeant
we'll
gets
remain right here.
until you say otherwise. If you
We'll wait
wish
right
to
here.
cancel that sergeant, then we
No,
will
we're gonna
cancel
wait
and
right
we
here.
can all be on our way.
We're gonna wait right here so we all get an education today.
Very well.
By the way, you guys are live streaming right now. You guys are probably gonna be awesome YouTube stars. You know, females always get riled up. Miss Knobble, whatever your name is. You know, you got real riled up. You don't like it when people talk back to you. When you have no lawful reason to stop me and detain me. That's my biggest issue. You had no lawful right to do that. You don't even care. You can care less. You should have pulled in here, asked them, was he on your property? Once they said no, you should have said, well, public photography is not a crime. He is free to do so. And then, on top of all this, then you want to threaten me with a loitering charge? get out of here with that.
I never
That's
threatened.
ridiculous.
I explained the law.
That's
to you.
ridiculous. On average, how many people do you harass a day? Do you protect and serve, or do you sit and collect? Hello. Real quick, name, badge number? Tahlequah?
Yep.
And what was the badge number? 2385. May I ask you not to walk behind me?
Okay, well, I don't want that pointed in my face. Okay?
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm
Well,
sorry.
here, I'll set it right here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. What on?
Regardless of so being recorded. Well, she decided.
Now, this is what I have a problem with on this audit. When a cop asks you not to record them, why would you comply with that? If there's anybody in this world that needs to be recorded, it's cops. All cops. Never comply with or trust a cop who doesn't want to be recorded.
We can all.
All right,
get
525
educated.
North Erie.
Oh, I'll be there.
Okay, let's go then. Start walking.
If you want to, instead of loitering,
Grab your stuff
you
and
said you were
Yeah.
done with us.
We're dismissed. You're dismissed.
And you
Well, if you guys
dismissed
are
us.
standing around, why can't I stand around?
We're gonna go to
We're all
our
gonna
cars,
do
but
it.
you need to get scooted.
You need
Well,
to-
I am gonna just go ahead
Good day.
and keep walking. You guys are dismissed. You have a good day. Go ahead and collect and harass some citizens.
Just keep walking.
Oh, go ahead. Hey, you don't get to talk to me. Just keep on working. Go ahead. Go ahead. See ya. Bye-bye. Stay warm. Get educated. Today's the day you get educated. You don't need to harass citizens.
The name of the channel is Eye of Odin News. I'll leave the link in the description, and if you visit him, let him know Here's the Deal sent you. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, stand for your rights. If you don't exercise your rights, you'll lose them. And when you lose your rights, you lose everything. I'll see you in the next video.